In Dublin tonight, here on the early card, we'll stay right here in the Bantamweight division as we go 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the blue corner at 5'4", weighing in 135.1 pounds as a professional. He holds an impressive 12 wins, only 3 losses, fighting out of Bauru, São Paulo, Brazil, presenting Marcirley Alves. Across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner at 5'6", weighing in 136 pounds even, undefeated as a professional. He stands at 15-0. He's fighting out of Dushanbe, Tajikistan, introducing Sarvarjaron Khamidov. And your referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Another exciting looking clash on this Bellator Champions Series night. There's real respect here between the pair of them, Sarvarjaron Khamidov and Marcirley Alves. They go to war. Global attraction, Asia and South America combined.
Oh, nice left hook transition there. That was quick.
Nice knee on
yep. I like to take the defense. Yeah. That was beautiful.
He's going to need that, though, you know. I like this stance switching is going to constantly force his opponent to reevaluate how he's going to get into this takedown. Long lead right hook. Sarvarjaron trying to hold onto this clinch here while Doreen's hustling, trying to shake him off.
But you see the transition, Adam. It didn't work in the center off the punch. He said, okay, I'll get him to the fence, see if I can get the underhooks and get a more grinding takedown. That was the decision here, why he went to the fence. That in middle of the cage, takedown wasn't working.
Straight in, pin him down there.
Yeah. Bully him down, use my size advantage. They weighed in the same. But you see Khamidov a lot taller, a lot rangier.
And bigger on the night.
Yeah, he looks very heavily muscled. But he is in Alves' corner here, so Alves has his coaches behind him, talking him through this position. Ideal case scenario for Khamidov is either he's in a neutral corner or he's got his own coaches right in his ear. Nice short knees to the legs, though. Water in the basement, as Teddy Atlas would say.
But water in the basement, with the body and the legs.
Water in the basement. Is he listening to his corner or not?
He has to be, because he's managing to stop these takedowns. Like, they must be telling him to control the wrists. That's really causing Khamidov some problems here, which is why he's been restricted to utilizing these knees. He's not been able to do anything else. We can't really see it from this position, but you see him driving in. The pressure that he's putting on his opponent.
Also, my Portuguese isn't great, but it seems as though the strategy right now is let Khamidov spend energy in this position. Because right now, Doreen not really trying to angle off, not trying to circle his mark. Okay, let him work in this position. As soon as you break, we're going to have energy, and he won't.
That's a good turn.
Good turn.
Used the underhook really well, did Alves there. Now he's going to get his head in position. You can see his C-cut that bicep. He's going to try and create some space, but again, Khamidov dragging him into the clinch.
Waited his moment. Halfway through the first round here. Khamidov and Doreen.
Let Khamidov break through the whizzer there. That's how he got in this back position.
Alves needs to be leaning into the fence here. As soon as he breaks, given the fact that he's given a body lock, he's most likely going to go for a ride.
That's why he's leaning hard against that fence.
Oh, is he going to climb his back here? I expect Khamidov to kick out that near side leg in a moment, destabilize the base, although these knees to the thigh, the gluteus maximus, very unpleasant, especially if you need to go back to footwork in a moment.
He's trying Khamidov there with that.
There's a good little hack to the near side leg with the balance of Alves. He's just paying attention to his corner. He must have known that he was going to be under this kind of pressure in the first round, knowing Khamidov's record, his reputation.
But if you wait for an Eastern European fighter to run out of gas, it's never going to happen.
Never going to happen. We don't have the arena booked for long enough, Jimmy.
Exactly. So, this chop down kind of fight, that's fine with Khamidov. He's great with that.
Yeah, but Alves has got to be proactive. To your point, Jimmy, he can burn minutes of the fight here being controlled. And I know a great deal's not happening, but Khamidov is scoring with these knees. And if nothing else is happening, he's in a controlling position.
So he's winning the round because he's doing more.
That's it. That's a good bind on the leg. I wonder if he's going to get like some kind of lockdown from the back here and put all of his weight on his opponent.
Yeah, difficult to get both hooks in against the fence. That cage gets in your way. Can't slip that right leg around. But a guy like Khamidov is going to do damage from everywhere.
30 to go inside the first. Are we going to get one that goes around? Looks like it at the moment.
Yeah, trying to put pressure on for the rear naked. One hook in. Good job from Alves. Turn around, making it a half guard battle.
15 to go. Well, they know the end is in sight for the first round, and the first round completed for the first time. And the 27-year-old Sarvarjaron Khamidov entering the cage for the 16th time. The southpaw Doreen, the orthodox style of Khamidov. And we're going to bring in the legend, a man that knows MMA so well, the fantastic former referee. He's been with Bellator virtually since the start. Let's bring him in, Big John McCarthy.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a fantastic round for Khamidov. He definitely wins it, like Jimmy said, 10-9. And it was all of those knee strikes to the legs. Those are going to add up because it hurts the ability of Doreen to now move well. He's going to feel those for the rest of the fight.
Doreen right now fighting with a lot more urgency. To your point, Dan, he knows he lost that first round. His corner told him, step it up. And he has so far.
He's right on his toes, isn't he? But here comes Khamidov again.
And the thing is as well, Doreen's now showed that he's got incredible takedown defense, which makes it even more impressive. On the second attempt, he's able to ground this fighter. And you can see this post, he's landing some elbows from this. And Doreen not closing his guard either here. He wants this fight to be scrambly so he can try and get back to his feet at some point. Getting flattened on his back for any length of time, he's just going to drain the clock and force the scorecards in the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's the problem for him, isn't it, Jimmy?
It's very difficult. You know, boxing, you have 12 rounds, 10 rounds. MMA, you got 3. You fall behind by 1, you have to win those next rounds. A lot of mental pressure, and right now, Khamidov knows that. That's why he's bringing the physical pressure. That shoulder in, leading with his head. And he's making Doreen be the one to have to scramble, and he does it.
Beautiful work. And can he stay on his feet here, or he's being dragged down to the floor again with that overhook?
Bowled right
such
over.
a good job.
Yeah, bowled right over.
Man, that wasted energy scrambling back to his feet. The discouragement of now being on his shoulders again. He's looking to build up, but you're going to see Khamidov attack that left arm.
Nothing seems to be going right, does it, for Doreen here?
It's a bad round for him again here. Stuck in bottom position. There's the wrist control. We're going to get that wrist ride, that Dagestani handcuff. And he's going to drive forward. I mean, Doreen is doing everything he can. He's doing the right things all the time, but...
Look at the power in the legs there, Jimmy.
Beautiful job driving forward. Once again, keeping that physical weight on Doreen. This is how we saw round number 1. A lot of movement from this position. It was hold him down, knees right to the thigh, right to the glute, wear him down, and that's what we're seeing in round number 2.
That's what Big John was talking about. The kicks, winning him the first round. Khamidov. Look at the clock ticking down as well. He's got work to do here, Doreen.
One hook in. Can we see? That's 2. Got both hooks in. Doreen trying to fight it. Doesn't want to get that hand stuck while he's fighting the legs.
Khamidov in a very good position to control here, but he's going to have to open up to do anything, whether it's submit or whether it's strike, scramble to the top. And now we're seeing Khamidov take some deep breaths here.
Just notice that, the energy expending.
The difference, gentlemen, is Doreen has expended energy, didn't get him anywhere.
Yeah.
Khamidov's expending energy, he's ended up on the back.
That's it.
1:30 left in the second round. First round, we believe, to Khamidov.
Yeah, especially body triangle. Man, can't take a full breath when that's locked in tight.
Yeah, that's tight across the midsection. That good wrist control as well. landing a few strikes here, have obviously the advantage of being behind his opponent. His opponent can't see where these punches are coming from.
Fishing a little bit for the rear naked. The problem with the body triangle, a lot of times you're a little too high for the rear naked. You got to reach down for it. It can be hard to get, but it's a great position to strike from.
It's difficult to reposition your opponent's body with a body triangle. Good for control, not good for flexibility. Same thing with body triangles in the guard, really, I suppose. Good for control, not much else.
40 seconds left. Second round. Clock really running down here.
2 rounds in a row. Doreen's waiting for the bell. That's not where you want to be.
Well, that's going to take the pressure off Khamidov for this last round. But he knows that Alves is going to come out looking for the finish, like he did at the start of the second round. I mean, he started aggressive, he landed some good shots, but all the pressure is on Doreen in this last round.
It's universal in sports, gentlemen. You fall behind, you've got to start taking bigger and bigger risks to get back in it.
Both these guys taking some deep breaths.
There's no doubt you're looking at Khamidov. He is the guy in control of this. In 10 minutes of time, Doreen has not been able to figure out any way of stopping what Khamidov has been doing. So in 5 minutes, he's got to come up with an end of Khamidov, and that's not going to be easy to do.
He's got 5 minutes according to John McCarthy. What about you, Peter Queally?
Yeah, Dan is right when he said he could see Khamidov taking big, deep breaths. I was just looking at him in the corner there. He was actually sitting on the floor, and his corner were kind of frantically trying to shake out his arms and things. The problem is he has enough gas to actually get Doreen down and get a rest. Doreen needs a big, big, big moment here to stop the takedown, and maybe he can capitalize on that fatigue then.
Thanks, Peter.
And seeing that in the corner, I don't like the message that sends, right? You're sitting on the floor, they're extending your legs. The other corner goes, yeah, look, he's done, he's out of gas. I didn't like the message that sent, although going in hard for the high crotch now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, is the optics of it, right? If I'm in the opposite corner, I'm looking over and I'm going, look how tired he is right now, put it on him. But that's a difficult thing to do, obviously, when you find yourself on the back again. He has to just keep working here.
Yep, psychologically, I think that was a big moment, that end of the second round, to look over and see.
But here, Khamidov can do this all day. Put pressure on, shoulder in, head pressure. Wears your opponent down more than it wears you out. This is where you want to be.
Maybe trying to set up a Kimura here. There's not much space, though.
What can Doreen do here, Jimmy?
He's got to be mobile. He's got to get the hips up. See, the hips are up because the head is down. But the problem is, Khamidov just puts such great pressure that you can't elevate enough to get anything done. That's what Doreen is trying to do. So far, it's not working. Khamidov can pass to the right side if he pushes down on the knee, but right now he's content to stay put. Yeah, just like that. He can push down and get over that knee. He can work his pass, but I don't expect him to try to do very much. He knows if he stays centered and just doesn't give away this fight, he can win.
And the seconds tick down.
Yeah, there's a bit of defeat setting here for Alves, I think. Like, he's trying, but at the same time, like, he's got double underhooks now, he loses them. He's not really doing anything of substance with his legs. He's got one butterfly hook in, he's got a guard position with the other leg. He's underhooked here, but I don't know, he's just not been able to piece things together this time around. I've got to wonder whether, maybe not lung fatigue, but physically fatigued, muscle fatigue. Is that what Doreen's struggling with now?
But also, it's weird how tired you get when nothing's been working, right? That
yeah.
Mental fatigue of, God, nothing, I can't get anything done with this guy. You start wearing down mentally.
No success. 1-5 of his last 6. But he needs something huge in the final couple of minutes. In the cage here, does Marcirley Doreen.
Going Kimura, but his hips aren't in the right position. Maybe a Kimura trap, yeah.
Man, such good movement. Spins around, covers the hips, nullifies the arm attack.
Just shut him up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Closed the door.
It's his recognition of the danger as well. Like, this is the other thing, is what is Alves going to be able to do that Khamidov hasn't seen on the floor, that he's not going to react to almost immediately out of instinct.
Khamidov, 2 up and in control. Time running out for Marcirley Doreen from Brazil.
Man, I like this posting on the face, but he's just not able to get anything coupled with it. Can't get legs inside.
This is the difference between grappling in Jiu-Jitsu and grappling in MMA. You see, Khamidov hasn't really tried that hard a pass. He really isn't trying to advance that much, not trying to do a whole lot. No real submission attempts. He's been able to negate the game of Doreen and stay on top. So far, that's worked great for him.
Really clever.
Yeah. Don't try to do too much.
You've got butterfly hooks here, but the hips are so low and so heavy of Khamidov. I can't imagine that Doreen's going to be able to elevate him in any direction. He looks to be smashing past again, look. Smashes past the half guard.
Just physically as well, snuffing him out.
Yeah.
Khamidov.
Muted him, you could say.
Yeah. Trying, isn't he, Doreen?
He is. And he's landed a lot of strikes this round as well, of course, most likely not enough to win the round, but he's still working, he's still making the effort. I just think he's physically fatigued, drained here. Doesn't have the fuel in his muscles to be able to get back to his feet. Even now, 15 seconds, he knows he has to make something happen, and he's not able to.
It's Khamidov, and it's pretty much been Khamidov from start to finish, in control, using his physical strength.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time tonight, we go the distance. So we go now to your three judges at cage-side. All three, Brian Miner, Michael Bell, and Jacob Montalvo, see it exactly the same, 30-27. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, Sarvarjaron Khamidov.